like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hi, my name's Matt Morales, and I'm basically coming out here to Kensington to check up on my sister and see, if there's anything I could possibly do for her to just help her out in her life, basically. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure she's okay and she's safe, and want to make sure that she knows that her family is still thinking about her, and we care about her and we miss her. So.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living, but we can run.
As for the questions, when it comes to the mental illness, I'm not sure if what my sister has been diagnosed with specifically, but I'm pretty sure there was there's obviously got to be something going on with her. Obviously you can't be out here doing what these people are doing if you're okay. It's not how it works. And where we're from, we grew up in Levittown, Pennsylvania. We grew up on Willowwood Drive, suburbs. It was it was a good life. Our family background, my parents were foster parents. They took in foster kids, mostly special needs children, because special needs children, you need the most care and most work, and my family, my mother and my father were willing to put in that work. So that's the background we come from. Our childhood was good, and there's nothing to complain about. We had everything we wanted, couldn't ask for more. I'm just scrolling through the questions here, getting some inspiration. Here's a decent question from KJR15. They're wondering what our game plan is when it comes to my sister. My sister's been out here for so long. There is no, special game plan that we think is going to save her life. My sister's been out here long enough. There's nothing that hasn't happened to her. If she hasn't come home by now and felt the need to quit by now, there's nothing that's gonna make her do that. You know what I mean? So our game plan is just to get a hold of my sister, make sure if it's cold that my sister has a coat and is gonna be warm. If she's hungry and needs something to eat, she can be fed, and if she has to get clean, she can come get clean. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, when my sister, one of the last interactions she had with her family is when my younger brother fell asleep and left his car keys on the table, and next thing you know, he wakes up from his nap and his car is gone for however long my sister had it to take it on one of her trips, and she ended up coming back a few days with the car, and the car was just messed up in a mess. I don't know if she tried to sell the tires off of it or whatever she tried to do with it, but that was the last time we heard anything big from our sister, is when she stole my brother's car and then eventually got arrested for it. So yeah, when my sister's not coming off these streets for anyone but herself. She's got to reach her rock bottom. I don't know what, no one in my family knows what that is at this point. All right, like I said, we are from Levittown, PA. We covered that. And what it takes away from my life, you know what I mean? I've got 3 brothers, a stepbrother. You know what I mean? Plenty of other, brothers and sisters from growing up. You know what I mean? But I only have one sister. You know what I mean? My sister's it. And before my sister was an addict, I used to idolize her. I used to be so excited when she'd be coming home from college, just so I could spend time with her. And she was one of my closest friends, just a sibling. So I just haven't had a sister for over a decade, and that's basically what it takes away from my life. When it comes to my parents, I know my mom loves, it's my mom's baby girl. She loves my sister. My mom's done everything that she could possibly do for my sister, and even to the point where she's gotten screwed over for it. You know what I mean? My mom's jewelry collection just gone. Over time, things just disappear. My sister has sold the tires on my mother's car before, so that's why I was worried about it with my brother's car. My mom loves her to death. That's her daughter. My mom just in Florida now, so there's limited things she can do. And then, our father passed away in 2013. Complications from diabetes and stuff. He was my dad. If my dad were alive today, you know what I mean, and he saw the YouTube footage and film like that, I guarantee you probably would have had a small group of men at your door within 24 hours looking for my sister, because that's just how my dad was. And when I think about my father, I know the last thing my dad would ever want is for his daughter to be abandoned out here in this place, and that's just not going to happen. We're never going to abandon my sister. As long as she's alive, there's still that potential. There's still that potential for her to, come back to us and come back to reality. If she's dead, that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? That's why I want to make sure that, as long as she's eaten and clothed and still alive, she's got a chance.
Kate would like to know, what do you think caused Bree to turn out this way?
I really wish I knew. Addiction, you never know who it's going to hit, and I believe in science, and there's got to be something genetic about addiction. I got the fat gene, she got the addiction gene. It's just anybody is susceptible to it. So I know successful people who take drugs. You know what I mean? They don't have an issue with it. They have good careers, good jobs, and it doesn't eat them alive. But other people, they take it and it gets a hold of them and it eats them alive. And you know, it's just dumb luck. I think it's the genetic lottery. You know what I mean?
How did you feel when you saw your sister on a YouTube video?
When I was scrolling through the videos on YouTube and I stumbled upon videos of my sister, you know, well, I couldn't believe it because, well, I never would have wanted, like, I've seen so many, you know, everyone's seen Intervention at least once. Everybody has seen a drug documentary, but it's painful. It's painful to watch, to see that and have it be my sister. And you know, this is how I find her, and just watch the videos to see the state she's in, and you know, to hear how people have been treating her on the street. You know, it's not easy to hear about, you know, your sister. She's got to be so skinny. She doesn't weigh what, like 100 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean? That's the case for so many girls out here, and she's just out here getting her ass beat or getting raped. You know what I mean? Having to trick for drugs, like, fucking kills me that. That's what you know, it's come down to for her. It shouldn't be like that for her. It shouldn't be like that for anybody. And it was just it was heartbreaking to see her like that after this time. And you know, it was I was also happy to see her, though, to know that she's still out there and she's still around. She was definitely on her way to becoming a doctor. She graduated. She got a 4-year degree from Penn State, and then she was in her 5th year of college. She was on her way to becoming an audiologist. And I'm not exactly sure what an audiologist is. It has something to do with hearing, but like my sister was into communication disorders and things of that nature. And yeah, she was you know, she was on the road to becoming a doctor, but you know, went through withdrawal when she moved out to Colorado after leaving Penn State, and came back because of the drugs.
So what was your first reaction of Kensington when you got here for the first time?
Well, you know, I've grown up in the suburbs of Philadelphia all my life. You hear about it, but until you come down here and you see it for yourself, and you see the needles everywhere, you see the blood and bloody rags on the sidewalks, you see the bodies of people just laying out unconscious. You don't know if they're dead, you don't know if they're breathing. They're just there sprawled out or curled up, and usually with a needle hanging out their arm. Just groups of people, just groups, like, you know, of 10 plus people, all sitting on dirty sidewalks, covered in filth, just with needles in everybody's arms. It's the end of the world out here. You know what I mean? The entire perimeter of the park is lined with bodies and people shooting up, people dipped out, and it's so many young people. It's heartbreaking. You know, of course you have your older addicts, but it's mostly young people. It's a lot of young people. You know, there's a lot of sons and daughters out here, and a lot of mothers and fathers out here. I can't tell you how many. I was handing out the stuff with my wife on Saturday, and my wife brought tampons to hand out, and we were shocked at how many women didn't need tampons because they were pregnant. Like we didn't even give out all the tampons that we brought because of all these women out here are pregnant. They're pregnant and shooting up meat. They're just shooting up. That's all it is. It's shocking that this exists. It exists in this city where you can drive, 5 minutes and be in like the rich part of the city and be having dinner outside with all the yuppies who are pretending there isn't a pandemic going on. Like, it's just, this is America. And I can't believe it personally. It's appalling. Hi, my name's Matt Morales. I was just wondering, have you seen this girl, goes by the name of Bree, around here? Yeah, I decided, I'm here. I have a bunch of free time, so I'm just gonna hang out on the steps of this church here and just watch the door like a hawk and wait and see if she comes and goes.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done.